Yes.
Meow.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from T-Briz Studios, it's the Adult Baby Show.
Another week, and
Yes.
we are back.
Welcome, everybody, to the Adult Baby Show. It's a podcast, and it's on the YouTube thing as well. I am your host, T-Briz, and here are your other two hosts.
How's it going on, B?
And I am Chick.
And TikTok, you don't stop.
TikTok, you don't stop.
That lasted for like 2 weeks.
Hey.
He just forgets to do it now.
He
Whatever.
usually says that. Yes.
How's it going, guys?
Hey,
It's going
everybody.
good.
We're back. Another week. Another week.
I can't believe it. It's 11 weeks. It feels like we just started yesterday.
When did we start? In May?
I
no,
believe it.
March. March?
Was it
April,
March?
May, so it's been 3 months.
Wow.
Wow, 3 months of this. I like it.
I can't believe you guys are sticking with me this long. I haven't
know.
annoyed you guys that
Well,
much
you're
yet.
getting better on the text message, and then when I realized that your phone was broken this week, I was like, Chick's really figured himself out. But
It
no.
wasn't really broken. I just forgot to pay a bill. I had to pay it a day late.
A day late, $1 short.
Yeah. Story of my life.
Last week we didn't meet up last week, so you guys didn't see me. But
Thank God.
I had an incident with my dog.
An incident.
Yeah, you
Is this
can't
going to
see.
be a sad incident or is this a funny incident?
Well, it depends on how you
are
take
you just
it.
asking, did your dog die?
Yeah.
That's
No.
basically what he's asking.
No,
I'm going to read your mind.
The dog
I know.
is- no, the
He's
dog-
insinuating, wait a minute.
the dog's alive.
Did you have to
good, good. The
bury
dog's alive.
Did you have to bury your dog this week? B, are you really going to open up this episode with a burying your dog
Yeah, I
story?
thought he was really going to bring this episode down real quick.
No,
Ladies
no,
and
no.
gentlemen, welcome to the Adult Baby Show. This week's episode, we talk about B's dead dog.
He's not dead yet.
Oh, God. No. All right, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Be like, B, what happened? My dog died. Oh, we feel so bad for you. Like an adult baby.
Show's over.
Yeah, who's
No,
the
I
adult
wouldn't.
baby
I
of the
would never
week?
do that. So I have a dog. He's kind of old. He's a pit bull. I'll put that out
You
there.
got a pit bull? How come I didn't remember this?
I don't know.
What's the dog's name?
Brewster.
Brewster the Pitbull. Give me a visual for the podcast listeners. What does he look like?
He looks
for me too, because I don't know.
He's the color of he's like tan with a little white, and he looks like a pit bull. I don't know. He's a really good dog.
I feel like I know
So
your
he's a
dog.
pit
I just
bull
don't
that-
remember him being a pit bull.
Well, because he's a really good dog, and I want to reiterate that he's a really good dog.
Most pit bulls are. I'm a true believer in it's how you raise them.
So
Kind of like kids.
yeah. So he's gotten older. He's got arthritis. He's gotten arthritis. It says a
hold
lot
on,
for
real
your
quick.
parents.
I was trying to lace
Wait a
somebody
minute.
up.
What kind of experience does Chick have raising kids? That's what I want to know. Just if you raise them right,
You know,
like I did.
It's not that I personally have experience, but I feel like, you blame the parents when the kids fuck up. No?
I
So
know, yeah.
what's your
I'm just trying
parents'
to make- that's
excuse?
what I
Your
was-
parents seem pretty good.
Yeah, your parents are awesome, and look
All
how
right.
you turned out.
Okay, you're right.
It's
My
not
parents
their fault.
actually, my middle brother's great, and I'm a disaster, so I guess you're right. You could raise two kids the same way, and one can still turn up.
Sometimes it's just like the luck of the sperm.
Yeah.
They're not all good ones.
Not every swimmer is a strong.
One of the little retard swimmers.
Yeah. I mean, you were the best swimmer in the pack of sperm that day.
Doesn't say much, I guess, for that group.
No.
That's a
No,
good
it
thing none
doesn't.
of the other ones made it through, I guess.
Yeah, I
What
can
the
only
fuck,
imagine what they would be like. But anyway,
Oh God. So.
dude? We're done cutting you off, B.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I was cut off by my dog too because I sat. So he's got arthritis now. So he's gotten older. He doesn't go on the couch much. He used to go on the couch, right? Now he's got a little bed he stays in. He doesn't really he doesn't move well. So last Sunday I'm sitting down on the couch. Yeah, this is a good look.
just trying to look up my shorts.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, guys. We just had to make a little camera adjustment on mine, so it was a little.
T-Briz was fixing the camera for the YouTube. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sitting down. I go to sit down on my couch, and I actually sit down on his head. Okay. Now he doesn't.
They got strong heads, those pit
He
bulls, I
doesn't
heard.
bite much people.
Wait,
Yes.
he doesn't bite much people?
Right.
How much people doesn't he bite?
His big. He's got two things. When you wake him up, when he's in a sleep, he gets scared and he snaps. All right, and he also doesn't like children.
And he doesn't like children.
He does.
Great dog. This sounds like.
No, he's a great dog.
Good dog.
Good
Let's
dog,
just keep reminding us though. But he's a good dog.
He's a good dog.
He's a good dog.
So
As I said, he's a good
So
dog.
what happened was I sat down on his head and it scared him, and I went to go, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I went to like almost give him a kiss.
Yes.
And as I'm doing that, I saw his teeth come up, and he got me. His tooth went through my lip.
Get the
okay,
fuck
you can't
outta
see it,
here.
dude. It cleared so well.
What's it look like?
It looks like a little white line.
You can't see it anymore.
He
it
just showed it to
dude.
Chick.
Like I said, he doesn't bite people often, but when he does bite, it's carnage.
So he gave you a lip piercing?
Oh my God.
There's still blood in my bathroom.
Amazing. That's amazing to me. that
Why
there's
haven't
nothing
you
there.
cleaned the blood out of your bathroom?
Because I
What is going
no.
on?
There's still blood in my bathroom.
No.
Guys, this was 3 weeks ago.
First of all, blood splatters. It's everywhere. So like I keep finding more of it.
Is it just squirting out of your lip after he
Yeah,
bit
it
you?
was.
Like,
And I was freaking out. The dog ran away with his tail between his legs because he didn't know what he did. He was afraid. He's like, oh Jesus.
I just bit B.
I just bit. And
oh God, I just bit my owner. He's the one that feeds me.
He's gonna kill me.
Oh
So
God.
I'm freaking out now because one of my many anxiety things is I feel like if I lose too much blood, I'm going to pass out. So I'm like, I'm going to pass out. And my
That's actually scientifically proven, I think.
yes, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
You know how much blood you have to lose? before
I
you
know
pass
that.
out?
I don't know how much.
People get shot, and I feel like they don't pass out necessarily.
Right. Well, I don't know, but I ran. I took my shirt off. I ran outside. I'm just pouring. It's like a faucet coming out of my.
Jesus.
And it was so bad. And then I was in the city the next. I like didn't go to the city. I wasn't doing any shows or anything.
Look, oh God, it's amazing.
Totally
to me that
fine.
this just happened,
I
'cause
wish
you
I had a
look
picture
fine.
of it. I wish I had a picture because it was awful. Like I had my
Why
lip.
did you not take a picture of this? Do a
I
podcast. You just got your lip bit.
I
You
don't
take a
know.
picture?
I don't know.
Fuck.
I was embarrassed.
We
And
could at least put it on the Instagram after the episode
I know,
to show people.
I know,
Use
I
it as a
messed up.
promo for the episode or...
I messed up.
What a surprise, B. You didn't do it.
I messed up.
It's okay.
So
we'll just listen to your words and use our
We'll trust that this
imaginations.
really happened.
yeah, no, you can touch my lip and it's still, and I have a fat lip to begin
You
with, so
you should have put a piercing in there. You already had the hole.
yeah.
Yeah, just slip a little ring through there or something. See, just try the look on while
You know
have
what I
the-
did,
might as
actually?
well.
Gothic real quick.
You know what I did actually? I used my niece's. I got this stuff to when she has diaper rash. I put that on my lip because
Jesus
because
Christ. What made you even fucking think of that?
it's filled with vitamins. I'm dead serious.
There is something seriously wrong with you, man.
It's filled with vitamins.
It's not. It wasn't
I'm sure
dirty.
there's a lot of
It
other
is.
creams filled with vitamins as well.
You know, there's a lot of similarities between B's lip and a baby's ass. Just take a look at it, actually. It's soft, it's supple,
yeah.
That big rash on his face.
smooth.
Uh-huh. Shit just comes out of it.
There's blood shooting out of it like crazy.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
so that was the start of last week, and I honestly, it was on Sunday, and by Wednesday it was pretty much okay. I was
Oh, it
drinking
looks
out of a
fine
straw.
right- it looks completely
Dude,
fine right now. It's crazy.
By Thursday it was like done.
So and let me just try and understand this though. You got your face bit by your dog, and you really only had one little like mark. Like
what happened
he
was.
didn't get more of you.
No. What happened was he realized it was me afterwards. He's not a biter. Like I
Probably
just
shocked by that face.
his like tooth went through the bottom here and popped through the top. He pierced it.
Hey, I get it. He's just like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Are you guys friends again?
I'll be honest. I don't get too close to his face.
Are you scarred from that dog now?
No, because I know he didn't mean
How
it.
long have you had? You've had this dog a while, no?
Yeah, years.
I mean, think about it. If you're asleep and all of a sudden somebody comes and
I know.
sits on your
Sit
face,
on your face.
I know.
You're
I
not
thought you were
gonna
going to say
react
he
well either.
bit your balls or he bit your ass or something.
Bit my balls. Bit my
Sat on
ass.
his face. He sat on his face. I just figured.
No, because it was.
get what I'm-
sat on his face.
The thing.
He started licking my balls. Then he tried to bite him. Then he was patting him with his paws like
Yeah,
it was was
That dog-
like a punching bag.
That
he was
story
like a
could've went
little
whole different route.
He was like a little Rocky Pitbull, like patting my balls.
And I don't mean
That's
to turn
where I
this.
thought the
Speed bag in
story
his
was
balls.
going.
Speed bag in his balls.
I don't mean to turn this into I
Don't
ran
turn my
into the.
nutsack into a speed bag.
Oh, I sat on my dog's face and he rim jobbed me.
No, guys. And I don't mean to turn this into I ran into the doorknob situation, but it was my fault because I
Yeah,
really.
this is your fault. You
because
sat in your dog's face.
I not only did I sit on him, but then I went to go like oh, I'm so sorry, buddy, and like went in his face. So did you just? Yeah, I don't know.
Did I just what?
No, I looked at my camera and I just went fuzzy.
You got, yeah, I saw that.
Maybe it was 'cause I
technical
was-
difficulties.
Yeah, what happened? It's the rain outside.
And one other thing, so you can't tell that I got a lip
you
piercing.
really can't.
But can you tell of all the weight I've lost,
No. Just
Taylor?
because you're wearing tighter clothes doesn't mean that you look skinnier.
Well,
Well, let me take a look. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. You look
Look at
you're
Taylor's
wearing all
face
black
as he
too.
says that.
You know, when you're wearing all black.
Okay.
By the way, I'm
All
a big fan of the Wonder Years shirt.
oh, good, yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
Arnold. Shout out to Winnie
Bees-
Cooper and Kevin Arnold.
We're
Winnie
doing a
Cooper
podcast.
and Penny and I can't speak.
B is wearing a Winnie Cooper and Kevin Arnold, and Kevin Arnold's got his Jets jacket
Yeah.
on. And she
That's why I
him
got
on the
Is he
cheek.
wearing a Jets jacket?
Yeah.
Kissed him on the
shit,
cheek.
I didn't even notice.
What a classic show. I love the one.
Classic. Kevin. That's Home Alone.
Oh,
Do you guys remember the
Kevin- oh, the
didn't
other
they used
Kevin
to say
Arnold.
Marilyn Manson
What
was
did-
Paul?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. And I believed it.
Yeah, everybody believed that. I remember that in middle school.
and what did his brother? He always called him a scrote.
Yeah.
Did he?
Get
That
out.
was the show,
Get out
right?
of here, scrote.
Get out of here, little scrote.
I used to watch that with my
That's what
dad.
your dog would say to you when you sit on his face. He's like, get out of here, you scrote.
Get your
What was
scrote
his
out of
brother's
it.
name? Was it
Bites you
Wayne?
Wayne.
Wayne with the big head.
My dad, I used to watch it with my dad, and my dad, I remember my dad turned to me and goes, you know what a scrote is? And I was like,
Is that the day you learned and had
Is
to
that,
talk?
is that how he prefaced the birds and the bees?
I still don't know what a scrote is. I'm asking you guys, what's a scrote?
It's scrotum
Nah, I
for
know
short.
what it is, you jerks.
I actually
It's the
answered
thing you
that.
put peanut butter on before you sit on your dog's face. So he doesn't bite you and he licks you instead.
Oh, God, B.
Yes, scrout.
Oh, you guys are jerks.
You know, Wayne from that show, Wonder Years, it was always reminded me of like the Biff Tannen of the show.
He was the Biff
yeah.
Tannen of the
Sort of
show.
like the Biff Tannen.
And then the crazy hippie sister who would just go to San Francisco, and she was like in
I don't know why I don't remember the
She was the
sister that-
slutty
because
one
she-
too.
yeah,
wasn't
she was a-
she
she
was
was a
like
big
on
slut.
like all the time. Or
she
it was like
she was
sparingly? I don't remember.
every she would be on like 3 or 4 episodes a season, and it was just her getting into one of those Volkswagen vans and going to San Francisco with flowers in her hair or some shit.
Yeah, basically low key. They never talked about it in the show, but it's assumed that she was like on LSD and marijuana
Yes.
and just banging a bunch of dudes.
Definitely
Actually, she
doing
always
whole
had a
bunch of
boyfriend.
drugs.
She always had a boy. One of
She
her
always had
boyfriends
some
was
sort of-
David Schwimmer from
What?
Oh
Yeah,
shit! From
from
Friends.
Friends.
Ross?
yeah.
No way.
And
Before Rachel,
It's
it was-
amazing when you watch some of those old shows and then you see like the actors who were like kids
Yeah.
when they did them then, and now they're like all somewhat famous. Like
Yep.
this David Schwimmer's like a B-list actor.
Yeah, a lot of
Hey,
people. Even what's
Schwimmer?
Fred Savage.
He does a lot of weird roles now. He's always like
Fred
just,
Savage.
like the weird.
Fred
adult.
Savage is like the executive producer of It's Always Sunny.
Yes, that's what I
Get
was
the
going to
fuck
say.
out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
You
a
see
very
his name?
talented guy.
Watch
I
the
never
title
really
credits.
watch all the credits or pay attention to them, but
Yep.
I love It's Always Sunny.
That's
You
a
don't
great
listen. I watch the title credits just to listen to that little jingle.
Yeah, it's
I love
fantastic.
it.
no, I listened to it.
The
I
music
just, like,
is great
I
on
guess I
that
don't
show.
really pay attention to it. I never knew Fred Savage was a part. Like a
Just watch the beginning. You'll see his name just pop up. Fred Savage. Also, you ever see any of the behind the scenes stuff? He's there.
Is what's his name still? Is the girl and what's his name still dating on that show? They're married, right?
D.
D, and fuck me, I'm an idiot.
Oh, she's married to Mac.
Mac.
Yeah.
Rob McElhenney. McElhenney.
McElhenney.
McElhenney.
McElhenney. Yeah, I think she is. You know, I don't see him on a lot of other stuff. You see Charlie Day on a lot of other shows and movies. Even Glenn Howerton, the guy who plays Dennis.
Yeah, he's in. That guy's in a lot. He plays a lot of weird roles.
He's a weird individual.
He's got a range. He plays like a good sociopath. Like he would play a great serial killer.
Dee's got her own show now on cable.
She had a couple different shows, I think.
She was also in Curb Your Enthusiasm. D.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's right, she was.
In the
Charlie
new
Day's my
season?
favorite. Though. Charlie Day's
Charlie Day's
fucking
great.
phenomenal.
I think Charlie Day has a likable personality, but as far as an actor goes, he kind of
He's the
is.
same
He's kind of a
roles.
one-note guy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get
But
it.
he's got a thing. I like watching him, no matter what he's in.
I
love
think he's
watching
great.
Charlie
I
Day.
could always watch Charlie.
And
Day.
when he's Charlie on the show, he's just fucking. He kills it. He's hilarious.
Yeah, it's always Sunny's a must-watch for all you out there. And like I was asking you guys before, I can't believe you guys haven't heard of 13 Reasons Why. Season 2 just came out. I'm binge watching halfway through it.
What is 13 Reasons
It's about this
Why?
girl who committed suicide, and then she makes these tapes about why she did it, and it blames like half the kids in the school.
I tried to watch that. I tapped
Because of,
out.
like bullying and stuff. I don't know.
Is
It's
it
really,
dark?
Yes, it's very dark, and it's very
Sounds
good.
dark.
And yeah, I
So
think
she commits suicide, but before she does it, she
that makes these tapes.
makes tapes and just makes everybody feel bad. Like you had a
Yeah,
part of this, you had a
exactly.
part of
Makes
this, you had
everybody
a
feel
part
like
of this.
a
Oh,
piece
all
of
right.
shit.
Wow.
Like basically, if this was done in our high school, I probably would have been like tape 6.
Yeah, you'd be in a few tapes.
You'd be a reoccurring
I'd be
character
a
on those
reoccurring
tapes.
character on those tapes.
It would just be one long tape of 13 reasons why I off myself, and it's all Tom Chickalo.
Oh,
Wait,
whoa.
hold on.
Oh shit! That's an edit.
No,
Can't
whatever.
edit it
We'll
out
let
now.
it fly.
Sorry.
That's what it is.
I forget that we have different names.
We could say our real names. Anybody
I mean,
who's
nobody
actually
really
listening to
listens
the
who
show.
doesn't know us
Yeah.
anyway, so I mean, it is what it is.
No.
Do we have any listeners that aren't friends or family?
Am I allowed
Yeah.
to bring up the subscriber amount?
No.
All right.
Oh, I don't even know what we're at.
I
So
actually had a pretty good number.
don't tell us.
You scrote.
You
Shut up, you scrote. Chick, shut up, you scrote.
Wait, Taylor, didn't you say you had a story for us too?
Yeah, I do, but I'm still wondering: is the what is that? The story B was just telling where he farted in his dog's face, or, or
we
sat
done
on his
with
dog's
that?
face?
Wait, oh yeah,
We're
no,
going
to-
wait,
Gave his dog
totally,
pink eye?
totally.
I have a. I don't know if I want to tell this story because it's a little bit embarrassing, and it has to do with some disgusting thing my dad did as a child.
Yeah,
But
I love it.
yeah, maybe I should talk about it.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
definitely
what do we
tell
do?
us.
Bring
You
it to the
can't- you can't
table.
just say that and then not tell us.
Sitting on a dog's face reminded me. So I was a I was a little kid, just like all of us, getting into mischief, doing weird fucking stuff. And we had this dog. His name was Butcher. Mm-hmm. And
I don't know about this dog.
That's what
it
my
was a
dog
mu-
did to me.
Yeah, we found this dog on the side of. My uncle found it on the side of the freeway, so the story goes. And he picked it up. It was in a box. It was a litter of puppies, and he like took one and left all the other ones. He's like, "Sorry, there's not enough room in the truck."
My grandmother
This one
found a
looks cool.
turtle outside of a project's window, project's house once in Red Hook, and gave it to us. It died like a week later.
God,
Was it a
All right.
blood or a crip? Was it Leonardo or Raphael? Leonardo was the crip. and,
I used to
Raphael's the
love
blood,
this
the
turtle. I
blue
just
and the
remember
red, kid.
walking downstairs in the morning and then just like staring at it, and literally within
you
a
loved
week
it for
was
those
dead.
3 days.
For the 3 days we had that turtle.
Man, I really got a real connection with that thing.
I'll never
Chick
forget when
wakes
the thing
up.
died. We're like, oh, that turtle bit the dust.
Chick wakes up like one morning, like, yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja
I was
Turtles,
such a
Teenage
Ninja Turtle.
Mutant.
Oh my God!
Did you try to feed it
no.
pizza?
I don't need.
It doesn't like pizza.
It doesn't. This is a fucking hoax. That show.
I had a turtle. I had a turtle that lived for 8 years, and it only ate Mighty Dog food. I swear to God.
That's crazy.
That's all it ate, and it
I'm so
died.
jealous you had a turtle that lasted.
Yeah,
that
no,
long.
it lasted way too long, and then it died. It died in the tank, and with its head out like this, and I didn't I didn't touch it for so long that it went like almost 2 weeks before I was like, Mom, I think it's dead. And then the worst part, my dad, when we were like gonna bury it, my dad's like, do you want me to save the shell? And I was like, what? Are you gonna take the body out of the shell?
How do you even do that with the fucking turtle without like cutting it up?
That's kind of a cool idea, actually.
Yeah, but what are you gonna? How are you
you
gonna
guys
do
are
that?
sick.
It's like a
At thir-
trophy, like when you walk into the Predator's ship and he's got all the human
Ugh.
all the
Would you
skulls and shit.
stuff your
Just have,
fucking
like-
dog though? It's the same shit.
Yeah, but
don't know.
this is not only stuffing a dog. This is taking out.
It's in.
This is removing, like the
That's what
turtles.
you do when you stuff a fucking dog. They take out the insides.
I know,
I just wasn't sure if you realized that.
but it's my dad.
I'll just leave all the bones.
My dad's in the medical business, not
and
he
the
doesn't
guts
stuff
and the
dogs.
stuff in there. They just. Oh, I just thought they like fucking took it and like fucking like vacuum sealed the fucker in some saran wrap. They're like, he's good to go.
I thought he's in there.
That's all right. Ain't nothing getting out of that. He's good. You won't even smell him. It's
That's
all
what'll
sealed
happen
in.
to my
I
next time
always
my
felt
dog
like that was
bites
such
me.
a weird job. People who
Mummified.
work on like fucking dead people and animals and things like that. It's so creepy.
Where I used to live, we used to walk down a street
morticians?
where there was a guy that used to stuff animals.
I feel like I'm in a therapy session
With
right
his
now
dick?
Taylor all these notes.
Yeah. So wait,
Take notes.
I know.
I say something, then I see Taylor in the corner of my eye writing something down. I'm like,
Go back to butcher.
Because now that the story's been butchered,
Because we just butchered the story. Yeah.
me and B were on the same page. We looked at each other like, oh, we know that same joke.
Yep,
Butcher.
Butcher. I got
Butcher
something.
jokes.
All right, go on.
So, where was I? Yes, Butcher. So we picked him up off the side of the road. He was taken back to our house. What was I saying? That's basically just how we got him. So anyway, fast forward, he's kind of grown up, and I'm playing with him out in the yard, and he's on this chain because we don't have a fence in our yard. It was a really big backyard. We didn't have a fence, but so we kept him on a chain, and he was all the way at the edge of his chain was so tight because I had my butt out like I was trying to fart in his face.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
This is what I was trying to do as a kid. I must have been like 9 or 8.
I was just going to ask you how old you were.
I was like 8. And you know, I still, at this age, I'm not going to lie, 35, farts are still just as funny to me
Yeah,
at
they're
this
funny.
age. I swear to God, if I hear somebody fart, I'm laughing. You want to know how to get me to laugh? Rip a fart, make a fart sound, do an armpit fart. I fucking love it. That's the immaturity side of me. It's a very big side. It's like three out of 4 walls of sides. But anyway, back to that. So I'm trying to fart in my dog's face, but he's really at the edge of his chain because he obviously likes it.
Trying
Dogs
to
love sniffing
fart
butts.
in my dog's face.
So he sees my butt and he's like pulling on his chain.
He really
like
wants that ass.
His neck's kind of like jerking back because he's trying to get to my butt, and I'm laughing. I think my brother was there. He was laughing like, and all of a sudden I hear my dad, Taylor. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. I'm like, he goes, what are you doing? Oh, come on, look what you're doing to him. And I'm like, shit, like what? And I look, and you know, the dog's basically strangling itself to get to my fucking ass to try to smell my butt. I feel like Bart Simpson, like right now.
Oh my God! Look what you're doing to him.
He goes, look what you're doing to him. Come on, that's not right. So then he fucking he unbuttons his pants, pulls it down so his tighties whities are out, sticks his ass into the dog's face. What? He goes, you can't do that. You got to put it right up in his nose. And he fucking tears the fucking...
So instead of telling you not to do this, he actually tells you how to do it better.
Yeah, he showed me the right way to do it.
What a good
Oh
father.
my God, that's
you don't
fantastic.
torture the dog, Taylor. I learned a lesson that day. You don't torture him.
No.
If he wants to smell your fart, you put his nose right between your butt cheeks and you let one rip.
Oh my God!
This is so disgusting.
That's terrible.
Oh my God. Hey, fatherly advice. Good job, Mr. Brown.
He
Who would have thought when you started that story that the dogs that lived a better life were the ones you left on the side of the southern state? Like, oh, those poor dogs. Oh, they got off easy.
God.
Yeah.
I hope Pete is not listening to this.
Yeah, well, I hope my family's not listening to this. Who am I kidding? Farts go around the family.
Oh, by the way,
got a family of
it's funny you
fathers.
say that because when I got bit by my dog, my mom was like, you're not going to tell anybody about this, right? I'm like, I got a podcast. I got to tell everybody. And she's like, oh, Jesus.
She's so scared that like
She's
people
afraid,
are gonna
yeah.
people are gonna
She's
come
like,
after you.
she's
with
like,
the dog.
don't tell people. Just reiterate that he's.
No, not many people listen to this.
Yeah, stop bringing us down, chick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Everybody's scared.
It's just raining out. I just feel
People-
like in a very down mood, I guess.
People only want other people to see the best of
That's true.
what's happening.
Yeah,
And
that's the story of social media.
It's embarrassment. People are
Yep.
embarrassed. People are embarrassed of things, and sometimes embarrassment is just you gotta laugh it off and just say, you know what?
Life's a big
Exactly.
joke.
We're human beings, and we are nowhere even close or near to being perfect.
Yeah, we're all
Anythings.
fucking idiots.
We're all idiots. We all do stupid stuff. And if people just kind of embrace the embarrassment,
Embrace the
we'll be
ugly.
fine. I had an embarrassing situation happen to me recently.
I have embarrassing situations all the time, but let's hear it.
Yeah, I have a story. I was telling B
can't
about
wait.
this
Yeah.
before the show today.
Nice.
All right, so last week I got a little bit impulsive. I've been planning on buying a shed for my mountain bike, like a little shed to keep my bike in outside in the back of my apartment. And I've been looking into it. I've been looking up stuff, but I just got impulsive. I saw one, and I saw it was on the Ace Hardware website. So I
Ace
said,
is the place.
Ace is the place.
That's it.
And I said, you know what? Let me
Nothing.
shoot over there and see if they have one. So I drive to Ace. I go inside. I ask the guy about the shed. He says, "Oh, we got pictures, but we don't sell these sheds in the store. We have to order them online." All right. He goes, "Well, here's a picture. They don't even have like them set up or anything, but they have a picture of like 50 of them, and they say you pick from them." And I go, "Well," I point to the one. I say, "This is the one right here. I saw it online." He goes, "Actually, out of all those sheds," he goes, "we actually have one of those in the store today. Somebody returned it to Ace Hardware. They bought it online and didn't want it, so they brought it back to
I
Ace."
would be so suspect of that, though.
Dude, I'm thinking my luck is on the way. I'm like,
It's a
damn,
shed. It's not like it's a mattress.
I lucked out,
Yeah,
dude. They don't
I
even
guess.
sell the
Fair
sheds.
enough.
They have the one shed that I'm looking for.
No, this is true. You're right.
So I said,
You're right.
okay, this is cool. He says, now, in order to sell it to me, chick, because he's thinking the way you are, he says, we have to make sure everything is in this box. We have to take everything out. We have to count all the screws. He goes, I'm not going to sell it to you if it's missing even one
All
screw.
right, that makes you feel better.
Okay. So we pull the shit. He drags it up from the basement. It's in a big box. He brings it out in the middle of the store in front of everybody.
How big is this thing?
It's I'm not sure how big it is. It's about 4 feet by. The box is about 4 feet wide and I don't know 3 feet tall. And it's pretty heavy. I could have lifted it up by myself. I had to put it in one of those dolly cart things.
Oh, all right.
So anyway, as we're pulling all the
Love
stuff out of it,
dollies.
another guy shows up to the store and he says he's looking for the same shed that I have. This guy looks like an older man. He's a World War II vet looking guy. Very nice, very kind. He's got one of those, those grandpa hats? Like that looks like the old grandpa, old World War II hat style.
This
with
is
the-
like U.S. Navy or some shit.
yeah,
on
like
it.
one of those.
I love those guys.
I love this guy,
They're my
man. I just
favorite.
love the
You
look.
ever
So
you ever have
proud
like an
to
old
be
guy
what they
just
did, and they're
Yes.
always rocking it. I love it.
You haven't have like an old guy come up to you and he's just like, "Hiya, pal," and I'm like, I just like that guy. Just him saying "Hiya, pal." I like that.
Yeah, this is the guy. You're describing the guy. You would
Yeah.
love this guy.
I
Yeah.
would've
From the
loved-
sound of it,
who
you guys
doesn't
would have
like
been
this
best
guy?
friends.
Yeah, I like
this
him. I
guy's
like
the
him already.
best.
So I tell him
Oh, I know what's happening.
he's kind of. I could tell he's friends with the salesperson that's helping me. And he's
Probably
like,
goes there every day.
yeah, he's like, "Oh, Don, this young man's already getting it," and he's like, "Oh, okay." And I say, "You know what? You can have it." I go, "You can have the shed. I don't want it. If you can take it." He goes, "No. You were here first. You take the shed." And then we have that back and forth. You take the shed. This one take the shed. You take the shed. Our guest for the next episode is here already.
Oh my God,
right.
he's a giant man.
We're just
That's
gonna
a big-
keep
that's a
going with
big
the
man.
story. All right, so we're going back and forth, and he tells me to sorry, I got thrown off because Sean is here. All right, where was I?
You just got in the store. You saw the old guy, and he said, "No, you have
You
it. You were here
take
first."
it,
Right.
son.
So
You take it, son.
So finally, I agree to. All right, I'll take the shed. But he's hanging around though. Apparently, he's a regular in the store. He just hangs out in the store and stuff. And
Told you, old guys. That's what they got, and they got nothing else to do.
so he's helping me take all the parts out. We take all the stuff out. We lay it all on the floor. We count every piece. We count every screw. We count all the stuff. It's all there. I managed to talk the guy into give me a discount because it's an open box. So he says, "All right,
It's like a cracked
it's-
fucking or a dented can.
Right. So he's like, "All right, it's usually $250 something. I'll give it to you for $200." I say, "Perfect." I take it outside. I pay for it. I go to put it in my car. It's too big to get in my car. So I have to take it out of the box and put each piece into the car one by one.
This is not even worth it.
I know. It's raining out, and it's raining out.
I'm such a lazy bastard.
I know.
would have been like, "All right, old man, it's all yours. See
That
you
makes
later."
two of us. I'd be like, "Yeah, it's all right."
So I
We didn't go through the war. We don't have enough patience to put a
Yeah,
box in
this
the.
guy fucking invaded the beaches of Normandy, and I fucking the hardest thing I ever to do in my life is get out of my bed. bed in the morning.
So I put all the stuff in. I ripped the box apart like a madman. But then I'm like, you know what? I should save the box just in case. So I throw it in the car with me. I drive home. I pull the box. I start bringing the parts in, and I put one of the parts on the floor, the base of the shed, and then that's when it hits me. I look at it and I go, wait, this thing is really fucking small. This thing is my bike's not gonna fit on this. So I'm starting to have, when your heart drops, that feeling.
Yeah, you feel like a fucking asshole
Or
now.
if you watch Arrested Development, I'm just like, oh, I made a huge mistake.
Yes.
So I go and I get the bike and I put it on the base, and it is way too fucking big. It's like 3 feet bigger than the size of this thing. It's not going to fit in there. So I have a mental breakdown. I light up a cigarette. I sit down on the chair and I just stare at this base. It's like 4 feet wide. My bike's like 7 feet wide.
Are you trying to figure out how to make it work? Or
No.
are you trying to
No,
figure out
it's
what
not
you're
gonna
going to
work.
do now?
I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life. At this point.
He takes a step back and now he's contemplating everything.
Dude, I was overwhelmed with a feeling of just remorse. I was so the whole playing all the effort I went to
really
get this here.
fucking have that effect on people.
I felt stupid. Why didn't I measure the bike? I always measure shit. I have a tape measure. I measure everything.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of me or Chick's moves.
This is definitely sure.
I'm usually on point. It's just I'm a human being and I'm not perfect. I get impulsive sometimes. I got really excited about this shed,
Yeah.
but I
You
didn't
just
even
saw
measure
like
the
a
bike.
semi-big shed, and you were like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," and didn't even think about
The
it.
thing is, we took all the parts out in the store, but I was so focused on counting the parts, I
Yep.
never looked at them and said, wait, this is too small. I had so many opportunities when I was putting it in the car, when I was ripping the fucking box apart.
That's what the best thing about it is. There's so many times you actually took this thing out piece by
Yeah.
piece.
Only till I got home and I was like, yes.
No.
So now I have the bike sitting on top of the thing and I'm just staring at it, smoking a cigarette, and my face is just drooping to the ground like I'm miserable. I'm embarrassed because now I know in my head I got to take this thing back. It's at $200. I'm not going to bite the bullet, even though I did consider that. Maybe I could just keep it. Maybe I could use it for something
Maybe I
else.
could just-
Maybe I
just
could
like
put my
your own
garbage
storage.
bales in it
Yeah, your own
and get a
storage
second
now.
shed. Maybe I could, I don't know.
It's an outdoor closet.
Maybe
Yeah.
I could just maybe I could just build it and hide in it forever and never come out because I'm so ashamed.
Maybe you could
and
have gave it to
embarrassed.
me, and instead of sitting in my car, I
fucking-
could have hung out in the shed.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
it fit a 5 foot,
I gotta call up Chicks.
250-pound person?
Hey, chick, you need a room for rent? you tired of living at your parents' house? I got the perfect
Does this
shed.
fit
I mean,
my bed?
room for you. How do you feel about
So wait, do you
sleeping
still
on
have
a
the shed?
blanket? No, so eventually I decided, I'm like, I got to take it back, but I'm going to take it to a different store because now I'm too embarrassed to go back to
Yep.
the other store.
I know the
Guy-
feeling.
You should have
I
went
know the
back to
feeling.
that store to give it back to Don.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, well, you know what, Chick? That thought did come into my head, and it was actually the reason I decided to suck it up and face the fucking music and
Good
go
job.
back to the store
Good
that I
for
got it in.
you.
Do it
because-
for Don.
For the World War II
Don.
vet. But in order to make it a little bit better, I changed the story a little bit. I said, this is what all right, I got it. This is what I'll do. I'll go back. I'll tell the guy, you'll never believe this. I took it out. I put the thing down. I put the bike on it. About 2 inches. I measured wrong. I measured wrong by 2 inches because in
God.
reality it was by like 3 feet.
Yeah.
And I told him I was like, it's like 2 inches off. I just barely mismeasured. The guy just shakes his head because I tell him this. I go, can you call Don back and tell him to come that he can get it
Yeah.
now? And he goes, well, I would, but we already ordered him one from the store. I go, can't you just cancel that one and tell him to come get this one? He's like, no, I can't do that.
Oh
So I'm
God.
like,
Oh, so
Was there
oh my God! Like the fucking shed they have is the end of the world.
right. So
Did you
anyway,
see
I thought
like
you were gonna say Don passed away. No.
Why?
what? You saw it? My dog's dead. Don's dead. What's with you with that today?
His turtle
No,
died.
man. I'm
Yeah,
just
his
a turtle.
turtle.
It's the rain out there, bro.
Can you call Tom
Bringing me
back and
down.
tell him to come get the shed? Don's dead.
Don's
Yeah, Don
We
died.
got bad news. Don's dead, but he did request to be buried in the shed. So the shed's going to be his casket. I saved the day, guys.
That shed was just holding his medication, and he didn't. Fortunately, he missed his medication
Oh, when I
last
think
week.
about that, I think about my grandparents and the fucking 20,000 pills a day they had to take.
Is that what you think about?
Well, I just, yeah, I do, honestly. All right, bro, I'm getting nostalgic now.
Oh,
Anyway, where was I?
I don't know.
Don's dead.
So you can't get the shed back. All right.
Chicolo interrupted the story to tell you that someone in the
dead.
story is dead again.
No, Don was still alive, but the idea of getting him this shed that day was dead. He had to wait for one to be delivered. So anyway, now I tell the guy, I ripped it out of the box. He's like, well, you got to put it back in the box to bring it in. So I'm like, all right. I kind of ripped the box to shreds. I'm like, and he hands me one of those tape roller things. So
Get to work, buddy.
It's raining out. It's pouring rain out. So I have to pull this shredded box under the ledge in front of Ace Hardware. People are walking by, staring at a 35-year-old man taping a box together like it's some sort of puzzle, like putting the puzzle pieces back together, probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing. And eventually I got it together and I brought it in and I returned it. So the only thing I really walked away from out of this was I had nothing to show at the end of the day except for the fact that I paid for it with 1020s. And when I got my money back, they gave me $200 bills.
Nice.
So pretty much it took
that always feels good.
it took me 4.5 hours to change 1020s into $200
That's amazing.
bills. And that's all I had. And then I have the story.
It's a great story.
It is a great
Memory
story.
of Don.
It
And
shows
Don's alive.
It shows what you would go through. Like, there's so many times I would have given up throughout that story. Just so many times.
I just wanted to. In my head, I'd given up. And I was like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not doing anything today. I'll just leave it in my car for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You guys
Nobody
have
can
much
ever sit in my
more,
back seat. They'll ask,
exciting
how
weeks
come,
than me,
how come
I
I can't
guess.
sit in your back seat, Taylor? Oh, I have a shed back
There's a
there.
shed back there.
What? Why is there a shed back there?
I would have had that shed. I just would have spared myself the embarrassment. That shed would have been something I throw my clothes on. Like it just would have been it would have been a problem.
What it is though is as much as I don't really get embarrassed by being
Yeah, we
that
know you don't get
retard
embarrassed.
fucking customer because you know what, I've been in retail for like a while and I've seen so many assholes that there's no shame in people.
Doesn't that
Why
make you
should
not
I?
want to be that guy though?
No, because I'm not an asshole. I'm very thoughtful of the people working there. But if I want to return something, I'm not scared to go back and return it because of what they think. Fuck them if they don't. I want to return it. Buyer's remorse. It's a fucking thing.
Wait, buyer's remorse is the opposite, I thought. Oh, you mean because you bought it and you
And
have
then
remorse and now you just bring it
Yeah,
back?
exactly. I got no shame bringing something back.
You don't have a lot of shame about a lot
There's
of
no
things.
shame in
I should
anything
have
you
more
do.
shame. I should have more shame.
You should.
I was just, normally I wouldn't have, because this isn't something that's new to me. I've made impulsive purchases on a large scale and had to take things
everything I
back.
do is impulsive.
This reminds me of a story actually when I lived in Lindenhurst and I had a tiny ass studio apartment,
Yeah.
smaller than the apartment I have now.
I actually like that one though.
Yeah,
I was there a lot.
It's the size of my living room / kitchen like that we're in right now, except I had a bed in it too. It was my bedroom also as a studio.
Yep.
And I went to Big Lots and they had this fuzzy brown recliner that I sat in. And
Fuzzy?
like a fuzzy blanket?
Yeah.
It was like the chair was made of a fuzzy blanket.
Oh,
It
That
was
reminds
so
me
nice.
of
It was so
what's
nice.
that movie when the guy he's on drugs and he's hallucinating and he's just grabbing the fur on the side of the wall?
Get us to the Greek.
Get us to the grave.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that reminds
It was,
me of.
dude, it was just, I sat in it in the store and I dreamt of it. I said, I want this chair, but it won't fit my apartment. 10 minutes later, I'm at the counter buying the fucking thing anyway.
And figuring it out.
I had to call my buddy with a truck. Hey, can you come drive down here and help me bring this to my apartment? So he helps me, he lifts it, he throws it in the car, we drive it to my apartment. I bring it into the studio and I set it up. I can't even kick the legs out in the recliner without it hitting my fucking TV stand. Like, it doesn't even fit. I had to move the couch over so much that it blocked the door on entry. You could only open the door like a quarter of the way, and then you had to shimmy in to get into the apartment. You had to kind of shimmy through the door, suck your belly in like you're walking past people in a movie theater.
But what a cozy couch.
This is the noise you made walking into Taylor. All right, guys, we're going into Taylor's apartment. Oh, God. All right, we're getting in. Oh, God. All right, let me just squeeze it through the door.
Oh my god.
So I had it for like 4 or 5 days before I finally was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I called my friend back. I was like, hey,
You want to get
Billy,
this? Is your truck still good?
how's that truck doing? You think you can help me? Remember that chair we got the other day? He's just like, you need to bring it back, don't you? Like, yeah.
sorry,
All right, I'll give you some money for helping me out.
God.
With impulse buying these days, it's so much easier with Amazon though.
Oh,
Amazon's the
Like
best.
you
and if it doesn't get shipped, you can just cancel it.
Dude, I woke up I woke up this last week with a box on my front door
And you were the happiest kid ever.
that I didn't even know what I ordered.
You're a drunk.
I
Turns
love when that happens.
I ordered on Amazon a $55 toothbrush.
What kind of magical toothbrush is this? Tell us.
It's the laziest toothbrush. So this it's called Quip. Shout out to Quip. And I actually heard it on another podcast.
You heard it on another podcast, huh?
I bought a subscription to toothbrushes. Basically, the toothbrush. It's
Fuck is wrong with you?
Well, they have the razor blade subscriptions. What are they called? The things?
Yeah.
This guy's got more subscriptions to male cosmetics than anybody fucking know.
I know it's not
Beard.
But all right, so this is the worst part about this. What it does is it buzzes when it's time to move to the other side of the mouth.
It's like a timer, like a timer.
Yeah.
It's like a toothbrush for beginners.
Yeah. So so what you do is you do like 1/4 part of your mouth, and it's an electric toothbrush, and then it'll go, and then you move to the next side. It's a 3-minute toothbrush.
It's a kid's toothbrush that plays like fairy tale music when you're doing this.
And every 3 months you get or like once a month. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten my refill yet. But you get you get a new toothbrush head, dude. I got it.
Can we just fucking stop this fucking
Every
story?
time.
No, I love it.
Every time I brush my teeth, it's like I just left the dentist. I wasn't spending enough time on my teeth. The timer told me.
I don't need something to tell me that I'm lazy.
Well,
apparently you do, chick. It sounds like you could
I need this toothbrush so I know that I've been fucking half-assing.
I don't know, man. Shout out to Quip. You guys should.
So how long is the cycle? How long does it tell you to move? Like what is it? 30 seconds each side?
Yeah, I
heard
think
if
it's
you
like
sing "Happy Birthday" while you brush your teeth. By the
Right.
time you sing "Happy Birthday," you
Yeah,
should
no,
be
it's.
done?
I think it's like that. I
Or
think
is
it's
it
like
3 times.
I heard it
Yeah.
was like 5 minutes you had to brush your teeth.
Oh, that's a
5
little
minutes.
excessive.
You're gonna brush the
Here's
enamel
another
right off
thing.
of those
I didn't
babies.
say I was going to do that. I'm just saying what I heard.
Here's another thing I learned from it. Do you know that you're not supposed to really rinse?
What? You're supposed to leave the paste in your mouth like a rabid dog all day?
Not
No.
It's supposed to like.
Yeah, I would always take like a cup of water and
It's
go.
like shampoo. You're supposed to let it sit there and marinate for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
True.
Yeah, shampoo.
But
you put in
that
there and you let it
sounds
sit
not
though.
true.
dog.
But by the time my 120 seconds or 2 minutes is up of brushing my teeth, it's
I'm
all
retarded.
I don't know. It works out. I'm just saying. I'm a big fan of this.
Smile for us. Let's see those teeth. Yeah, you could use some
I don't
work.
know. There's no enamel on those teeth, B. I
No.
think you stripped away all the enamel. You better go.
You know
ask
what
a
you should
dentist
try
about
is
this.
those white fresh
Sounds like a
fucking
marketing
strips.
ploy.
Oh, I know. I thought about
Or
that.
bleach.
So, how much is this service? And
I spent $55, and I think
Jesus.
I think it's like $10 refills if you want.
I bought a toothbrush at the dollar store a few years ago. I still use it.
No, I'm big on changing my
You're supposed to
brush.
change your toothbrush every couple
That's pretty
months,
gross.
right? Or a month or
Couple
something like
months.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I get one of those 6-packs for like a year.
It's
What do you
as
got?
long as it still smells like toothpaste, you can keep using it.
Yeah.
Think about that logic. If it smells good, it's still good.
Yeah, I think that's.
My teeth feel great.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. Shout out to Quip,
You're
proud
also not
sponsor of
supposed
the
to keep your
podcast.
toothbrush above your toilet in like the bathroom.
Yeah.
because of
Well, this
fucking
comes with
shit
a little
particles.
protective. This comes with a little protective shield.
That's true though.
Yeah.
A lot of those do. That's the reason why.
You're right about that. And it reminds me of this story at work.
Goddamn shit particles.
I take a shit every day like clockwork at work because I
Yes.
love getting paid to take shits.
Yes, that's
Get out the Candy Crush, turn the volume all the way up, hear
like
it
a
echo off those
15-minute
walls.
break.
But there's a guy that also his toothbrushing schedule after lunch is on the same schedule as my shitting schedule.
You would think
man.
this guy
It
would
just-
change his mind.
Right?
Yeah.
It grosses me
fucking
out.
gross.
He comes in and I hear him setting all this stuff up. He's like, with this toothbrush and
As he's wafting in your shit.
and I kind of want to let him know I'm there. So I'm like, well, hello. Like, you don't care. You're
really
basically
make it awkward for him.
Yeah, he's like basically brushing his teeth with my shit particles.
That's
at that
not
point.
good.
Like, there's all
That's
sorts of
fucking
things
gross.
floating around in
Yeah,
there.
a lot of things floating around.
I get the brushing the teeth, but I'm saying if I go into a bathroom and somebody's fucking stinking the place out, the last thing I want to do is put some minty fresh stuff in my mouth.
No
and
way.
Mix the scents and the odors and.
That's gross.
Anyway, we were talking about impulse buying before.
Yeah.
And I had another impulse buying story.
What else? I love impulse buying.
Impulse buying is good.
Impulse buying is the best. That's why I don't walk into Models ever.
The problem is,
Yeah.
There's two ridiculous impulse buys, but there's so many more. I bought so many ridiculous things that I don't need.
Yeah, I feel like we could have a whole show on the
We
things
should. We
Taylor
should talk
bought.
more about impulse buys on the next episode because we have a guest on the next episode. Everybody, by the way, next week episode we have. Can I use your last name or do you not want your last name? Yeah, Sean Corrigan, Big Sean from
Big
All
Sean,
Grown Up.
Yeah,
from the
Big
All
Sean.
Grown Up, the AG unit.
He's actually here already.
He's towering over us as we speak.
Since he's
We're
came in, the
recording it on
lighting
the
in
next-
here has went down.
Yes, if you can see the big shadow.
So
Looks like a lunar eclipse over B store right now.
I'll have to ask him on the next episode about impulse buys, or if anything, I don't know. So let me tell this story. So, I'll just say it. I impulse bought a guinea pig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Do I remember you having a guinea pig? When
yeah.
was
I
this?
bought a fucking guinea pig. So
I've had a we've
I
all
remember
had
the
guinea
day.
pigs.
It was Martin Luther King Day.
MLK Day.
It was
You had
MLK
off. It was a
Day.
Monday.
It was Monday.
You buy a
I
guinea
had
pig.
off. I was feeling a little bit down about
I had
myself.
a dream.
I gotta get a guinea pig.
I was in a bad mood. I was feeling down, and I said, "You know what? It'll be nice. Let me go look at the little fuzzy little creatures at the PetSmart up the block."
Mm-hmm.
And just, sometimes I like to do that to look at them. Except this time, I went in and I saw them, and the obsessive idea entered my head that it would be great to bring one of these home because if I feel so good while I'm here looking at them in the store, I can always feel good looking at them in my
It's like
apartment.
a therapeutic guinea pig.
Yeah. So I'm like, this guinea pig's going to help me feel better about myself. So the next thing I know, I'm leaving the store with a guinea pig, a fucking cage, like a month's worth of food, all sorts of, like
Yeah.
$300 worth of shit. Toys for it to play with.
Tubes.
And I get to my car as I'm putting everything in my car, and I'm just.
Maybe that's hamster. Sorry.
I think to myself, what the hell am I doing? As I'm putting this thing in my car and I hear it like rummaging around in the box. Like I just bought a
God.
live
This
animal.
has got to have a bad ending.
Oh, well, I don't really know how much of a story there is out of this besides the fact that I impulse bought it and almost immediately regretted it, and then I gave it to my cousin a couple months later.
All right, I thought you were going to say you left it somewhere.
The thought crossed my mind. Just set
I
it free.
just feel like set it free.
Set it
So
free.
long, guinea
Would
pig.
you-
Again, my brain plays out all the scenarios.
Now-
I played out all the options. Just bring it to a park. Just bring it back to the store. And I
Can
was like,
guinea
can I
pigs survive
bring it
on their
back
own?
to PetSmart
You can.
and return it?
I
return animals to
I
PetSmart?
returned an animal, and I'll tell you
Is there a
why.
reason- Stocking fee?
Remember that guy? I said, remember that guy Don that wanted the same guinea pig that I did? Is he still alive?
Is he still alive? Is Don alive?
Is Don the World War II vet?
I once impulse bought a pet too. Well, my mom did for me, and it was a fucking hedgehog. And these things aren't any fun. Sure, they're cute. I needed an oven mitt to play with the damn thing.
Did you buy it a bunch of rings?
Rings.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right, tough joke.
But no, I had to. First of all, they're nocturnal, so they're up at night, and I had to take a mitt to play with it because it's a fucking hedgehog. It's got bristles,
Spikes.
and then finally we were just like, yeah, we returned it, and we returned it. We were like, we're okay with it. I had it for like 3 months.
What'd you name it?
Sonic, obviously.
Yes.
What else am I gonna
He
name
named
it?
it Sonic, yet the rings joke went right over his
I know.
head. He
I-
fucking
Gets
thinks
a
they were
ring,
Sonic.
but he
Sorry.
named it Sonic. Exactly.
I'm on a diet and I'm dreaming of like onion rings, and that's what I'm thinking of.
I got a
that's
question.
what-
Are you dreaming of onion rings because it smells like onions in here?
No,
Like this morning, my girlfriend woke up and was like, "It smells like onions in here."
really?
And I was like, maybe it's me because I ate pizza last night. She's like, were there onions on the pizza? I was like, no. She's like, then why the fuck would you smell like onions? But we have these turkey burgers that have
Oh,
onions
nice.
in them. Bubba's
I fucking
turkey burgers
hate
are sweet
turkey
onions.
burgers
and I cook them
turkey
like
chopped
2
meat.
times a
Ugh.
week. and it stinks my
And
apartment. like
yeah,
a-
those things will do that.
But anyway, sorry, you're dreaming of onions. Paint this picture for me, baby.
Well, no, that's why I just didn't connect with Chick.
Paint me the picture of this onion dream.
That's why you didn't connect.
I will
us this
say,
onion
in
dream
the beginning
picture.
of the, I don't know how we're doing on time here.
We're almost done.
We're almost done.
5-10 minutes.
We started a little bit
But-
late today, and I'm just going to say this so Sean can hear us.
Yeah.
We started a little bit late because Chickalo was fucking really late. What was your
Wow, we're
excuse
really
again, Chick?
dropping his name a lot tonight.
I was, yeah, they're just really shitting on me.
Yeah.
I just had a rough morning. My stomach was acting up a
It's
little
stomach
bit.
problems. We
I
saw
had
the text. He's like, I'm a little late of
yeah.
stomach problems. And we
Stomach
go,
was dying. And
what are you, fucking calling late to work? That's
Yeah.
like a lame work
That's-
excuse.
that's a-
not like
that's
you
an
know recording a
excuse.
podcast with your
That's
friends
the only
excuse.
time I've been late to this show, so kiss my ass.
All right.
You're just late to life in general.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
are you
I'm
going to
fucking-
start? When are you going to start?
Start
Wake
off
up.
Life. I don't know.
So I
This has turned into a therapy session.
Listen,
It
first
is.
you need to get yourself a nice place, all right? I know a place they
we need
sell
to
these
find
sheds.
my,
sell these
you know what? Wait,
sheds.
let's use this to
Together
just
and it'll be
preface
fun.
the Tinder real quick. So I've been on Tinder for a couple weeks.
Oh, we
Everybody
can't
knows.
talk about that. Though.
Hey,
that's a
why?
whole separate
Hey.
show.
Oh, all right. I'm
That's called
sorry.
Find Chick a Chick. It's another episode. We're gonna record that today too and put it out this week.
So then the
Keep
only
an
thing
eye
I
out
had
for
in
Find
my
Chick a
life
Chick.
was I got my Mets, Giants, and Knicks tattoo last week.
Oh yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
we'll get Chick's story about his tattoo.
Look
and
at
we'll wrap
that.
it up.
No, that's it. It's a Mets, Giants,
Show it on the
Knicks.
podcast. If you're watching on the podcast,
it matches every piece of clothing he owns.
are you watching?
Wait, there we go.
We'll have to put a picture of it up on
Mr.
Instagram.
Met, the Knicks
Yeah.
symbol, the Giants symbol. I threw it on my arm. And since I happened, the Mets suck still. The Knicks did not get a good draft pick
No, they
because they
didn't.
have no luck ever. And it's just fucking, I don't know why I put it on my arm.
Because you're a sports fan.
No, I know. I love it. I love my
Tommy
teams.
Sports.
I'm just so depressed right now with the sports, my sports teams, except for the Giants.
Are you emotionally affected by your sports teams?
Yes.
Here's the other question.
Not like it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't really ruin days, but I will have my moments. I mean, anybody who follows me on any sort of social media will realize that I have very emotional and like the mix and the heat of the moment, and then I get over myself. Nothing a joint can't take care of right after a loss or a win.
Just stuff it down with Brown.
Stuff it down with
Wait,
Brown.
but that's for like that's the phrase for liquor.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is there one like that for weed?
I don't know.
Make it clean with grain.
Make it
Yeah.
clean with green.
Make it go away with weed spray. Make it disappear with pot.
Next.
Turn it into a Ghana with a little marijuana.
Ah, there we go. Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's good.
God.
I like that.
Sorry.
Is it bad?
That was terrible.
All right. Well, I think we're kind of.
We're just
Are we fizzling out?
yeah,
Is
we
it time to end?
this is that what we talk about when we fizzle out.
Yeah, we really just start to go off.
We
I am
ran out of
gonna,
gas.
I will shout out my tattoo place, South Shore Tattoo in Amityville, Massapequa, on
Yeah.
Merrick Road. That's where I got all my work done. I love those guys. They're great over there. Everybody, if you're ever looking to get any tattoos, you should go check them on out.
All right.
That's good, guys. We need to seriously get some sponsors. Do you think anybody would sponsor our podcast?
You know what? I'm going to ask my buddy.
What do you get? What do you get for when we get a sponsor? What do we
They
get?
give you usually clothes and...
I'll take like if we get say
I'll
we
take fucking anything. If it's free, it's for me.
they give you like clothes.
They give you like clothes
Yeah,
and stuff.
this coming from the guy who's wearing a Daler Gear
Yeah.
shirt.
They
I
don't.
had to pay for this, though.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
He
You
didn't
didn't
want to
get
be
it
our
for free?
sponsor. He asked to be our sponsor.
He asked to be our sponsor, and then he listened to a couple episodes, and then
He said it's not child friendly.
He goes,
Yeah, this is not
I'll just say
child-friendly.
he's marked for the kids, and I guess he doesn't think our show's for the kids.
I agree with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree with him too.
He'll keep his sponsorship.
Yeah, keep his sponsor. I'm still gonna wear his clothes.
We're still gonna. We're still
Nice stuff,
sponsoring
I'm
it
still
every
gonna
week.
Sponsor him and say Dale Gear.
Yeah, we
Everybody
should.
check
We should.
him out.
We should go search for a sponsor.
Anybody who wants to sponsor us, if you got any small businesses and you want to sponsor us, feel free. Send us some stuff.
But you got to get us some free stuff.
You got to give us some free stuff. We're not that good of people here. We need something in return.
All
All
right.
right.
So, I'm going to title this episode "Begging for Sponsorship."
Yes.
Starring Chick
B.
and T-Breed. So yeah, I'd have to do myself. All right, that's it.
All right, guys.
Let's wrap this
All
up,
right,
guys.
Wrap it up.
everybody.
You can go follow us on YouTube. Please subscribe and like the video. Share it if you can. It helps the channel grow. And,
Thank you for listening. We love you.
Yeah, we appreciate it if you made it this far.
Yeah.
AdultBabyShow.com is where you can find all our latest episodes, and Adult Baby Show is also the name of our Instagram. Hit
Follow
us up.
comment on our YouTube, email us.
All right,
We out.
next week's episode, we got Sean Corrigan.
Ooh, we got a big one. We got a good one coming up.
It's gonna be awesome.
All right.
Peace.